提起香港前馬王靚蝦王，大家一定會記得騎師金仕芬。喺1999年，人馬一齊贏出香港短途錦標，成為一時佳話。轉眼多年，金仕芬亦由一位騎師轉做練馬師。現年57歲嘅佢，亦喺最近作出人生一個重大決定，就係7月31日完成今個澳洲馬季之後，佢就會正式退休，好好享受餘下嘅人生。回顧佢策騎生涯，佢除咗喺澳洲策騎之外，仲去過香港、新加坡、英國、杜拜等地策騎，勝出超過1600場頭馬，包括超過50場嘅 G1 冠軍。佢喺2017年正式掛靴，2021年喺澳洲開倉重練，直到依家退休。佢當然有好多美好嘅回憶，依家就等佢回憶下過往嘅人同事啦。金仕芬喺90年尾嚟香港發展，曾經喺98至99年度嘅馬季擔任姚本輝馬房嘅主帥，贏過唔少嘅賽事，可惜最後都係敵唔過傷患啊！喺2017年就正式掛靴啦。當年47歲嘅佢就決定返老家澳洲轉跑道，退居幕後發展，而家已經成為當地嘅一名練馬師啦。競馬記者早前就喺澳洲探訪過 Stephen 喺澳洲費明頓嘅馬房，每日對住最喜歡嘅馬，嗰種由心而發嘅笑容，絕對感受到佢而家嘅生活有幾寫意同埋滿足。Stephen 嘅馬房現時擁有6匹馬，佢對費明頓馬場讚不絕口啊。
But look, it's a nice big gradual turn.
Yeah.
And then you lead into the straight here at Flemington.
Yes.
Big open space. As you can see, very wide, very similar to Sha Tin.
Yeah, long straight.
Long straight.
And very wide. The track is very wide.
Every horse gets its opportunity to win here. You don't have, very rarely do you have an excuse why your horse got beat.
Yeah.
Where Moonee Valley is a bit trickier, similar to Happy Valley. You get caught up in traffic, don't get out quick enough and don't get a chance. Where Flemington here, certainly no excuses. I think it's one of the best tracks here in Australia. I mean, Flemington, well, it is the best track here in Australia, and possibly the world. I mean, it's very similar shape to Sha Tin, very similar, but we race opposite way, obviously. But if you look at the track, it's a beautiful track. It's well maintained, nice big open space. The turns are gradual, not very sharp. Where you got Moonee Valley and Happy Valley are very similar. Sha Tin and Flemington are very similar. So I just love the fact this is where the Melbourne Cup's run, so you want to be where the best is. And I'm very happy to have boxes here at Flemington.
雖然馬匹數量唔多，但鍾意馬嘅 Stephen 佢就認為咁樣先至可以同馬有更親近嘅關係。
I've only got a small team. I've got 6 horses here now, another half dozen out at the paddock. So I'm only very small, but in saying that, I'm quite happy to stay small. I think it's important from my point of view. I enjoy the fact that I'm very close to the horses and I don't want big numbers, but I just want quality and having enjoyment and a lifestyle.
Stephen 喺澳洲都曾經贏過唔少賽事㗎。掛靴後返澳洲向練馬師方向發展嘅時候，佢首先加入咗 Lloyd Williams 嘅團隊工作。
Yeah, look, I won 2 races on Makybe Diva during her last Melbourne Cup preparation, so I was very lucky to get on her back and win a couple of races, which, it's once again a great memory to have. But yeah, pretty much finished my career out here at about 47. And then I went and worked for a high-profile owner here in Australia called Lloyd Williams. And I became one of his foremans. And basically, I sort of went through that way, slowly headed towards being a trainer. I've always loved being with the animals. I've loved enjoying the fact that horses, when you get them as young horses, you make them and mould them into the horse you want.
經過5年嘅幕後工作 ，Stephen 而家已經成為咗一名練馬師啦。咁身為練馬師同做騎師又有乜嘢唔同呢？
100%. There's more invested as far as time goes. As a jockey, you go to the races, you ride the horse. If they don't win, you come home and play on. Next day, you go and do the same thing. But as a trainer, a lot more pressure to try and get results. But the fact is, I'm lucky enough with my background and the fact I still do ride horses. I still ride track work. I can assess horses, and I can pretty much target the right races for them and their class. I can pretty much assess their class, what level they're at, and that's I think that's a great benefit.
雖然 Stephen 已經喺澳洲發展練馬師事業，但其實都好懷念喺香港嘅生活點滴嘅喎。講到靚蝦王呢，就更加滔滔不絕啦。
Yeah, look, I was very lucky to, at the time, to be riding for Ricky Yu, and me and Ricky had a great relationship, and the very King Prawn came along, and we sat down and made a plan to sort of get him to the internationals, and to get him there and win the race. It was just one of those things that you know, it's one of those great memories in life from a jockey's point of view, and I'm sure from Ricky's point of view too, that to win one of those big feature races on Hong Kong International Day with a local horse was very important.
How about your feelings after you win in the international sprint?
It was as I said, it was just a great day. I mean, we were very confident the horse would win, and he'd worked really well leading up to it, and we were very confident. We knew we had the right horse. We knew he was a pretty high standard sprinter at the time. And Ricky did a fantastic job, and to win it, we weren't surprised. As I said, we thought he'd go very hard to beat, and the fact that he did his job and we all did our job, that was the most important part. And it was great for the Hong Kong locals and the people of Hong Kong, because at the end of the day, he's their horse, and he stood up to the test.
提到靚蝦王 ，Stephen 嘅騎技當然應記一功。但 Ricky 嘅訓練都係功不可沒㗎。呢一對昔日嘅最佳拍檔依然保持十分友好嘅關係。但對於後來靚蝦王轉馬房呢件事，到而家講返都仲係難掩失望。
Yeah, look, I've got a lot of great friends. Ricky and me are very close. We still talk. Obviously, he's here at the moment in the Premier Sales, so I might try and catch up with him. But no, we had a really good relationship, Ricky and I I loved riding for Ricky. He was very laid back, very casual. No pressure, and we just had a good mates relationship. We were good friends, and it worked out really well. Yeah, that was disappointing. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But you know, Ricky we can certainly hold our head high, and the fact that we won the big international race, the fact the horse moved. I mean, that's just politics, I suppose. Because after that, he sort of wanted to sort of venture out and travel with them, and we just didn't get the opportunity to do that.
Stephen 回想喺香港嘅出賽同埋戰績，睇得出仲係好興奮啊！屋企掛住一啲拉頭馬嘅相，除咗靚蝦王，仲有電子麒麟，都令 Stephen 笑得好開心。
The people's horse.
Yeah.
Very King Prawn.
Can you talk something?
I knew he'd win this day. I knew he would win. Very confident. His work was spot on. We were very confident he'd win. Absolutely beautiful horse. It takes these sort of horses to become champions. But I was happy he went on and won more races, which was great. But that was a very big day. Very special. The King Prawn, I was very lucky to ride the King Prawn. There was also another horse that was coming through his grades, a horse called Electronic Unicorn that I won on too. So I was very lucky to be involved with probably two of the greatest horses in Hong Kong from a local point of view back in those days, up until then. And I'm sure everyone knows that the King Prawn would still be up there with one of the best that Hong Kong has produced.
Stephen 而家喺澳洲做練馬師，但同香港馬圈仍然有唔少嘅聯繫，對佢練馬師嘅工作其實都好有幫助㗎。
Yeah, I've been very lucky along the way. From day one, I've pretty much had good connection from Hong Kong. Kaiser Chan had some horses with me all the way through, and Mr. Hoy has had horses with me. So I've had great support. Top pick bloodstocks helped me out with some horses and in-trust bloodstocks. So yeah, I've had some really great support. I mean, these horses are here to try and qualify for Hong Kong, and that's my job, is to keep them sound, healthy, and hopefully qualifying from Hong Kong.
自己喺馬背上退落嚟，由騎師轉做練馬師，而 Stephen 嘅大仔 Lachlan 已經成功接棒啦，喺澳洲成為咗一名優秀嘅騎師喎。
Yes, my son's Lachlan King, and he lives in Hong Kong. He was over there when I was riding there. He was only a little baby at the time. But no, he's really becoming a very good rider. So he won the Derby here in Victoria on a horse called Johnny Get Angry. It was a great thrill. He's riding very good at the moment, and hopefully one day he can get to Hong Kong. I would love him to go over there one day, and I'd love to be able to follow him over there. So we'll wait and see, but I'll get him on here, and you can have an interview with him, and we'll have a chat to him.
唔知係咪對香港有特別嘅感情，定係特別有緣分 ？Stephen 喺馬房嘅得力助手，竟然係香港人彭小康 Chris。
Yeah, Chris Pang here comes in and rides some track work for me, which is fantastic. Chris is obviously a jockey here in Australia now, and I just try and help Chris out with try to polish up his riding, and it certainly is not going to hurt Chris to sort of be involved with someone that's had the experience. So he's a great person. I love working with him, and I just hope that his opportunities will start coming as time goes on, and he can ride some more winners and enjoy his racing career like I did.
Chris 喺澳洲由低學起，已經成為咗一名見習騎師啦。而家喺 Stephen 嘅馬房度幫手，已經當咗 Stephen 係半個師傅啦。
Well, I've been moving in Australia for over a decade already, and I just started off my career as an apprentice in Victoria's. Obviously, King used to look after me the whole time. He's pretty much half of my master in here as well. He as everyone knows him, he pretty much legend. When he has his jockey, so I pretty count on him when he teach me something or hand me something, skills or experience as his jockey. So he pretty much helped me most of part in as a jockey. So I pretty love to work with him as well. Well, I just start off for a years as an apprentice, and I'm still looking for a lot of opportunities around Australia. It's not only just Victoria's, and I wish I just keep going along, see how far I can go with, and hopefully I can get some sort of opportunity to get back to Hong Kong as well.
點解 Chris 會選擇嚟澳洲發展嘅呢？
I think Australia is so different because in Australia it's not only just a way to learn how to become a jockey riding on horses. A lot of way. You have to talk to your owners, talk to trainers, and you have to find your own opportunity when you as a jockey. So it's a lot of different things, not only just the coaches from the school. You have to look at a lot of trainers like Kenny. Kenny is one of the models to be a master, to teaching a lot of apprentices to riding a better manners or better polish myself, and then to style up myself.
作為過來人 ，Stephen 都認為有一啲豐富經驗嘅人肯俾意見，的確對自己嘅策騎事業好有幫助。
I think it's important that, even when I was a jockey, it's important to have coaches behind the scene to help you out, or someone you can go back and ask their opinion. I'm sure that back in Hong Kong, I'm sure the kids are asking Dougie White and Zach Purton their opinion. And, most jockeys are very happy to help out the kids or someone that's new coming through the system to try and improve them. It's very important. We all went through it, including myself. So I think the more you can surround yourself with quality people that have had the experience, it's important that you get as much information off them as you possibly can, just to improve yourself. And, as I said, Chris is a really good guy. He's a champion bloke. And I just hope in time more opportunities come his way. But it's very competitive here in Australia, a bit different to Hong Kong. You have a small pool of jockeys. Not saying Hong Kong's not competitive, which it very is, but there's a lot of jockeys here in Australia. So it's very hard to get opportunities, and not only that, just getting race rides. So when you do get an opportunity, you've got to try and make no mistakes. So I hope as time goes on, Chris's opportunities open up more.
Chris 當 Stephen 係半個師傅，而 Stephen 對 Chris 亦都係100%支持。
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously I'm always here for Chris, and if he wants advice, I'm always open for it. So, as time goes on, I'll probably take more of an interest in Chris's opportunities and his riding, and hopefully, we can see him up there one day. You never know, he might end up back in Hong Kong or China.
點解會揀一個香港人幫你做嘢？你最欣賞 Chris 係邊方面呢？
I just love Chris's nature and his work ethic. He's got a great work ethic. He's reliable. He's here and he's always happy, and that's very important to me. I think the horses get that vibe off him. He's got a great temperament. He just gets on the horse and goes with him. And that's very important because I want my horses happy.
金仕芬依家就結束佢喺馬圈40年嘅生涯，佢一生與馬為伍，全心全意貢獻賽馬。現時佢退落嚟，祝佢同家人好好享受餘下嘅人生啊！